friend. How are you? Welcome to your first day of the SuperStart Academy. Are you excited? We're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is our mindset, because our mindset is everything. How you approach your business, the mindset approach that you bring to it is going to be everything. Okay, to start off with, to get your mindset, with your business mindset straight, I want you to call it what it is. This Scentsy consultant thing that you've got, it's not just a gig, it's not just a side hustle. This is your business. And so call it just that. This is your business, and it's an awesome business. Now, you're going to find, if you haven't already, you may, sometime along the way, you may come across people who don't believe in you, or they'll be like, oh, that's not a real business, or oh, you're not going to succeed, or all of these negative, crappy stuff. But here's the cool thing. If you took my Fixin' Your Stinkin' Thinkin' challenge, we talked about something that Brene Brown showed us, and it was our square squad. Remember, if you're not familiar with this, here's what you do. You get a 1-inch by 1-inch square. And on that square, you're going to paste it into a journal, and you're going to write on the front of that 1-by-1 square all of the people whose opinions matter to you. So if it's a 1-inch by 1-inch square, it's going to be super teeny tiny. So you're not going to be able to put a lot of names on there. So that's the exciting part. So all those other people that are sitting maybe in the dark corners of Facebook or secretly whatever, if they're not on your list, then they're what we call a soul sucker. So if they voice their opinion, okay, voice your opinion. But if they're not on the square, then meh, whatever. Let them go. Identify them as a soul sucker and move on. Because again, this is your business, and you've got exciting dreams to chase, and you know inside of your heart that this is what you're supposed to be doing. So don't let anybody stop you. Mindset is everything, and this is your business. Okay, the next thing that I want you to think about too are the words that we say to ourselves are powerful. Now, what I'm about to tell you, you might be like, yeah, right, whatever. But here's the thing. Don't knock it until you try it. A lot of the times, the words that we say in our brain, like the majority of it is negative stuff. And so we need to fix that, because what happens is the things that we say to ourselves, whether it's out loud or in our heads, we're talking to our subconscious, and our subconscious will make it align with whatever we're telling ourselves. It's going to be like, yep, you're right. Yep, you're right. And then you're going to notice that things just don't align. Or maybe you're trying to I'm never going to lose weight because I just can't. I'm such a loser. And then you just don't, because you're feeding your subconscious this stuff, and you're aligning yourself. You're right. You're never going to hit your goals if you're not feeding yourself good thoughts. Again, this sounds crazy, but I want you to experiment upon this. So instead of I can't, I want you to replace it with I didn't. So say I can't book a party. Instead of saying that, because then what's going to happen is the subconscious is going to be like, yes, you're right, and you're not going to book parties. But if instead it's changing the word from I can't to I didn't sponsor a party today. I didn't sponsor a party yet. Start to tell yourself that. And then in your head, start those. Remember, we've talked about positive affirmations, those simple statements that you can say to yourself. Yes, I can sponsor. Yes, I can book. Yes, I can. Or I can't book a party yet, or I didn't book a party yet. Use didn't and yet a lot more into there, and guess what? You're going to start talking to your subconscious in a different way. And then pretty soon the subconscious is going to notice that there is this discrepancy between what you're feeding it and what's happening, and you're going to find that opportunities are going to start to happen, because there's going to be things come up that will align so that you can start to make your goals happen. I know it sounds crazy, but you just have to try it, and you have to trust me. You have to know that I'm never going to tell you anything that I haven't tried for myself, and know that it works. It's kind of crazy cool. Okay, another thing, friends, we talked about this before. You can't let fear not only drive your life, but you can't let fear drive this business. If you run your business from a fear-driven state, you're going to be miserable, and you're not going to see success. Just know that it's a journey, and know that you don't have all the answers or all the way to do it yet. But as you continue to do it, as you continue to be consistent, you will see success. As you continue to rise up after every failure, that is how you are going to find success, and it starts in your mind. Here's the thing too, is you can't be afraid to book parties. You can't be afraid to share the opportunity. You can't go from that. Instead of you're looking at it, you need to just pivot your mindset and look at it as an opportunity to share with others ways that they can get their product for half price and free. Instead, look at it as a way to bless someone's life of like what this business has done for you. That's how we pivot our mindset. And here's another thing too. If you've heard the stick of gum example, like if you go to a ball game or whatever and you pull out some mints or pull out a stick of gum, oftentimes you go and you ask if people, if someone says, oh, no, thanks, do you get offended by it and sad and think, oh my heck, I'm such a loser or whatever? No, you're just like, okay, cool. It's that same thing. We have to work in our mindset. When we hear the word no, it's nothing against you. It's just they're not interested at the time, but you've planted the seed. And that's how you can tell itself in your mind, instead of like, oh, they don't want anything. It's no, just not yet, and seed. So those are the things to consider. Okay, this is what I want you to do for your assignment, because we know that mindset is everything. I want you to start to pay attention to the negative thoughts that you're having in your head. And I want you to pull out a sheet of lined paper from your notebook, and I want you to write all of them down. All of those negative things that you tell yourself. Start tuning in and paying attention to what you're feeding into your head, your body, and into your subconscious, and write them all down. And then after you've written them down, I want you to slide it back into your notebook, and I don't want you to look at it again until I tell you at another point. Okay, that's everything for now. You did so awesome. Remember, you can do great things, and I believe in you. Bye, friend.